Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Let's Play. Today we are going to be trying out the game Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. So I'm launching it for the first time here, and we'll see what happens. So this game I know pretty much as close to nothing as possible. I've seen it recommended a few times throughout the year as like a game everybody should play. And beyond that, oh, and I know it has to do with mental health. There was a warning in the one screen before the stream started. There was a warning about mental health issues. Yeah, I know there's also it's a story-focused game that, and yeah, that's about all I know to it going forward. All I've done so far is looked up the Metacritic score, and so let's give this a shot and see what happens. It's very story focused, so I'm just going to let most of the cutscenes play out in full, and yeah, here we go.
Who are you? Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has really come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. It's breathing. She's getting closer. I can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There'll be no more stories after this one.
Why is she doing this? Watching. Isn't she doing that? She's doing this for him. He's already confirmed.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You're here for the tour, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. That's not quite true. Some are old, some are new. Changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them?
Okay, so the commentary is or the story just seems to be some sort of self-doubt story going on within her head as we're exploring this. Well, look at that. Looks kind of Nordic
It is real after all.
environment.
She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
So one thing I'm immediately liking about this, a few things stand out. So one is that the first thing it showed was, or the first person that highlighted was the mental health advisor, to kind of highlight that was the theme of the game coming up. And the second part they highlighted was the historic advisor, which now immediately I'm now interested in the location I'm in and what I'm about to experience. That this gives me an extra sense of like, ooh, this has been based off of some real life events which has happened. Maybe not real life events, but real life locations maybe. It might be historically accurate to some degree, the designs. Who knows? We'll see. We'll find that out. But
They're going to do that to you.
it definitely grabs me.
They're going to do that to you.
That was a really great world building initially here as we just slowly go through the swamp with, or not swamp, but maybe it's a swamp. I don't know what I would call this sort of environment, but all the dead people around with the self-doubt. And, yeah, gets the credits out of the way. Gives the people who worked on it good visibility, and it builds a great build. I'm also enjoying on the lens of the game, the viewport. There's like dirt on it. It's not a perfect view into the game. The camera of the game has imperfections on it, which kind of give it a realistic effect. Subtle, but it adds a lot.
Growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it. Turn away. It's always there, just out of sight. Where you're most vulnerable.
So we're going deeper in here.
It's like
It's
it
getting
knows that just enough light.
more brutal as we go
You
in.
need to see its suffocating power.
For the stream, I'm also going to be trying a few different things. For the previous game, for the previous streams, I played at 1080 and I streamed at 1080. But when I reviewed the content, it looked a little bit blurry once it made it to Twitch video and to YouTube afterwards.
She's brave to go on this journey on her own.
But I'm really liking the depth of field effect on the character when I'm looking away.
Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
But this time I'm going to be trying to stream at 720p while playing at 1440. And I was hoping that would give us better results after it makes it through the Twitch encoding and the YouTube encoding. Yeah, there's a review after this, and we'll see how it's going. But for now, I also noticing quite often my frame rate's dipping to relatively low. So I'm going to figure out what's happening after this.
What is she looking at? What is she looking at? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us.
Oh, interesting.
There's no going back. You can't.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
So we have our controls. Let's get exploring. It was a really good touch there where the
Look closer. Look. Use your eyes. She looking closer. She needs to look closer.
Do not forget my story, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hell's Gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
yeah, the FPS is a solid 70 when it's dipping down to 27 every once in a while. I'm just going to see if I can lock it to 60 because that might help due to the streaming. I'm not seeing anything immediately for it, so let's just continue playing.
across which lies the halls of hell, the place they call Helheim. I hear you. There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And the goddess Hela holds his soul there. My dear beloved, Dillian.
So far it's very, it's just the intro. Okay, I'm just doing a quick pause. I'm just doing a really quick Google to see if I can find out how to reduce this dipping. Let me search for streaming. Let's see. Okay, well for now I'm just going to turn the graphics down for this session, just to high I guess, and then I will look at I'll figure out how to fix it later on. The quick Google search looked promising though, looked like there was a way to do it. But currently my CPU is just working really hard. I think it's because of the difference where I'm playing at 100 frames per second, but it has to transcode it or transform it to 60.
She reached to Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget.
Okay, the dips are mostly, they're still going, they're still happening, but
Said there was a hidden
not
way.
nearly as often.
Let's see, shall we?
Oh, there's a run button. Alright. Now we can go fast. That's kind of nice. So when you go sideways, when you go this way sideways, you kind of hop. When you go this way sideways, you walk. When you go backwards, you also kind of hop. That's probably what the input from the historic
North
accuracy.
9 worlds. The world of men, called Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth harvest wind and sea. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
Alright, to Helheim we go. Yeah, I like how, what was wrong about this one? This is historically accurate side hopping. This is historically accurate back hopping. You really nailed it with that. I feel like I'm here, wherever this happens to be. character looked at the camera and realized that we are the player is like the playing as this person's thoughts. We are in her mind, so the things we hear are what she's hearing. That's a really great element. You can hear all of her self-doubt.
You should be scared.
You should be scared. One thing I'm also liking is there's been 0 tutorials so far and 0 prompts. So to go down there, to go up the ladder, I had to press A. But there was nothing on the screen. There's nothing on the screen to tell me, click A here, or even indicate there was something I should click. And as I'm saying that, now I just suddenly realize that there's no UI at all in this game. At least not right now. There's my FPS counter, which I'm not sure if it appears on the screen, on the stream. But beyond that, there's 0 UI. Something I haven't really seen.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them. I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
Just a memory. Is that you?
My tales of Northland. They call me Ruth. Liar. An old fool. Truth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
This time last, I will tell you my stories of Senua. If I may walk with you.
Once again. I'm listening.
The room is the seal of the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
Use your eyes. I can see you.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
Okay. I just checked my CPU and it's getting really hot. I'm just going to set this to 1080p for now. And then I will update. Let me see if it destroyed the stream or not. Okay, so I just got to update this. Transform, stretch. Okay, so that should be okay now. Okay, we're just gonna try this for this stream, and again, I'll figure this out better afterwards. After the stream, I'm just curious if it's gonna keep dipping now. Now we're at 120 FPS as opposed to 70, and it dips to 40 still. Interesting. Dip to 30. Okay, so that doesn't really seem to be.
Do you know where you are? Where else?
Okay, that's still dipping. So we'll figure that out later.
Look towards the gate. The gate.
Alright, we solved it. Maybe? I have no idea what just happened. I'm guessing this is like the introduction to the puzzles in this game. Or I have to look at things.
The gate is open. Go through the gate. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? It worked.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell. ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people appeal to heaven prayers. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
I might just have to stream. Well, okay, I'm gonna turn it back to 10 to bigger, to much bigger graphic. Which one was it? This way. It looks much better, at least on my end. And I'll see how it works on the screen later on. All right, there we go. Back in business.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here. I guess it's the same with heights. We can stand on the edge. Pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near.
Oh.
Waiting for you to make that little slip.
Interesting. I think I need to do some balancing.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela. The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side, and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Interesting. So I'm noticing on this, there's no game, there's no like HUD. I said earlier there was no UI, but that is obviously not true. There is a UI, it's just in the game itself. So there's these things here where you listen to these messages. And I'm noticing that on the top of this, around the circle of it, there's red ones. And when you activate one, it turns it white. And then there's dots every so often. So I'm trying to figure out what that means. My initial assumption is that is how many... Can't cancel, I'm talking now. But my assumption is that is how many of these lore things are in the game, with each dot being a section of the game, or like a checkpoint, a chapter, something like this. So I'm going to assume there's going to be one more of these, and then we're going to be at some sort of event. And also kind of is an interesting, if that is the case, I might be completely wrong. I might just be way off. That might be irrelevant. But this could also then be like an indicator of how close you are to the end of the story. The games always, often at least, add like something else afterwards, like the Zelda games where you do the 3 dungeons and then you go. So maybe that's just the first section. But let's find out. Yeah, so this is kind of my test for a game with high graphics. I haven't tried any for streaming yet, and I want to do Resident Evil 2 and Sekiro soon, so I want to kind of figure out achievement. The fight begins. Will this be some combat?
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find it. Shh. Someone's here.
sister. Just coming back.
Uh-oh. What is this? Alright. We're Sekiro now. I don't know how to attack yet. The game has not taught me this. Oh, I attacked by mistake. I don't know what I did. Alright, that's it. Kill you. Oh, there's another one. Alright. I smash these guys. I don't have to parry. Oof. Let's brutalize them. Oh, this guy's back. Oh, yeah. That's satisfying combo right there. Oh. How do I kill a ghost? Oh no. No. I have a feeling I have to die here. This is one of those. Oh, that's brutal. Oof. This is slightly creepy.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain, it does not reason. It is rot, and now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her.
Oh.
All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
The dark rot will grow each time you fail. If the rot reaches Senua's head, her quest is over, and all progress will be lost. Interesting. I wonder what they mean by that. If that's like,
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
Wonder what it means by that. All progress would be lost. Could be like a story element where you want to get the bad ending. It could just delete the save file.
To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
Roger that.
It won't open. She has to fight two gods first. Two gates.
Alright, let's do this one first.
Valravan, ancestor of the snows and master of rhythms. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path to Valravan and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
There's nice little scenery. The grove in the north. So I want to figure out if this is kind of a more of like a walk-in simulator where I don't need to worry too much of missing things, like items and power-ups, or if I can just kind of walk to the end.
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous while others were fair. But there was another who came from the ice. Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods.
Okay, so I just wanted to see there. So I missed one of the tablets, it looked like, but I'm not going for 100%, so I'm not really gonna... I'm gonna miss more, I'm sure, so I'm not going to stress about that. You know, if I miss one now, less pressure later on. Break the perfection early on. If I'm 90% of the way through the game and I miss my first one, well then I have to go back and get it. If I miss one now, I don't have to worry about that. I can be 90% of the way through and just not get it. Not worry, because I'm not going to come back for this one. I think it was something about... I remember when I played the game Deus Ex number, I don't know, not Mankind Divided. The one before that one. It was like the modern day engine one. Anyways, point being, there was an achievement to... Okay, this is going to be like a portal to like some other world, I imagine, or to something. And there's an achievement in the game to beat the game on the hardest difficulty, another one to not kill anybody. And I really want to get it. Alright, let's do cutscene, then story time.
Illusion hides the path to Valravan. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
Find another way. And there was an achievement for not killing anybody in the game, so you'd have to use your sleep darts and drag them around, and even if they accidentally died through something not in your control, you turn on electricity maybe, and they were standing in a pond in like the other end of the dungeon, they would get zapped and die, and you couldn't get the achievement. And there was no way to know until... Oh, interesting. So I walk through here, does it stay open? Oh, very cool. It's trippy. There was no way to know if you got the achievement or not, so whenever I accidentally killed someone or I would just reload the game and try again. Sometimes I had to reload decently far back to get that done. And I finished the game, thinking I didn't kill anybody. Spending all this time reloading and spending probably 4 or 5 hours extra. Maybe not that much, but significant amount of time. And also, there's a few situations where the games would have been more fun if I just took out my guns and, you know, dealt with them that way. There's some really tedious sections where sneaking around and picking them off, and point being is I beat the game and didn't get the achievement. So despite taking enjoyment away from the game throughout the whole way, like not necessarily a lot of it, like it was a lot of fun to play it that way, I ended up not getting the achievement. So generally now I just try not to. I just try and enjoy the game. You know, I don't try and be perfect. I use the items at the wrong. I try and use the items at the wrong time instead of saving them for the end. If I die, I die. You know, not try to save scum too much, because yeah, it's, if I care about it that much that to get the achievements, I can always come back and play the game again later on. I just open it. Here I'm trying to activate it by looking at things. I just have to click A. But again, there's no indicators that I could.
Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
Yeah, there's no real yeah, there's no indicators. And same with the combat. It just threw enemies at me, and there was no indication that I mean, that fight I wasn't supposed to win anyways. I wonder if I'm supposed to kill these guys. It's impossible. So this to the back. Slash, smash, 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 smash.
Finish this. Too many. Find a good position. You let them behind you. He's gone.
Wow, they just keep coming. I love that move. I think it's called a butterfly twist, where you spin like that and you come down with the sword.
Nearly over.
It feels so satisfying. Oh, parties are so worth it just for that. Ooh. Jump, spin. And then I can just smash the, I don't know what this is. X. I like the 5th hit. There's like a little bit of red. I'm not sure what the red means. It might be like a halfway point that I've heard him, or who knows.
She will find what she's looking for.
Damn right I will. Can I use my power of my eyes to activate something? I can activate lore building. Ooh, look at that guy. Javelin. Okay, it was good to know that I'm actually able to kill these guys and they don't just turn into those ghosts and destroy me later on. Like they did the first time. I'm just gonna take a look at it first.
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align with ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me your secret.
No? Straight on? Maybe align it through the portal.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
Align the ravens? What ravens? Can I click A? Are these ravens up here? We're a puzzle game now. They're definitely shining, and so is this gate. So this gate is involved, and those things up there are involved. Align the crows with the mark. Oh, it's like a guy up there. Some future enemy is going to jump down on me. You aligned? No? Maybe I need to go up there somehow. I haven't tried climbing yet. I cannot just jump up things. How about things that are low? I cannot walk up I cannot walk up things which are low either. Okay, so this guy. Oh, is that new? Aha, okay. I see the magic eye. That's trippy fire. I guess the game is trying to get into your head. So I shouldn't expect physics to be very accurate. Okay, and here I can align. Oh, there we go. Can this guy do something? No, he's dead now. Interesting. Alright, this occasional frame rate stuttering is it's pretty annoying for me, so I hope it's not too bad on the stream. Again, I'll do my best to fix that for next time.
Do you feel it too? It's like crossing into another world that looks the same but feels different. An lost world where the forest itself is watching.
I was looking around here because at the start of the game there's a lot of those tablets, and they really haven't appeared too much since. I mean, to be fair, I am at the start of the game still. I get a sense that if I look in the forest a bit, in the environment a bit, I'll run into a bunch of tablets and get that extra lore. Let's do this puzzle first.
Stay back. It's not safe. Listen, don't. Right, you can
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
Again, align the ravens. Okay, so I need to go onto that platform there. And I get there by...
Ravens.
In this environment with a lot more small bushes, the stuttering's happening more often. Okay, so I've got this. Aha. Did I do anything here? Just a quick look around here. I see where I need to go.
I hear something.
If you hear the soul unravel, follow it, and it will lead you to him. But be aware of his illusions.
Ooh.
You can't always trust your eyes.
Okay, one-way door. Need to come through from the other side. Alright, let's go where we know we need to go. Up the path. I guess I don't know I need to go here. It's just very, very likely.
Challenge me. Where is he? It's on your fault.
Is there a path open on one of these? Okay, so he's... Alright, let's fight him. Okay, I see. I don't see at all. I really have no idea. Alright, let's go through here and see where we go. Alright, this one's alive.
Fight!
Fight me! He's no longer alive.
Is she lost? Maybe past her. Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land, living off berries, roots, and rabbits. It's not uncommon, we see. We call such a person a Gelt. Some like to explore through become Gelt in search of penance. Others, like Senua, to purge a curse. Those who make it back are forever changed.
Interesting. So now I can open this from the other side if I need to. I mean, not from the other side, from the other portal. Seems to be a common theme in lots of these games I've been playing, to have multiple what do you call it? Multiple dimensions. Like, yeah, this game has it. Guacamole was all about the dimensions. Hat of Time had a lot of dimensions. It's like a thing. It's a good thing though. It's good. Good mechanic. A lot of room.
She can get up. What's happening? She can get up. She can get out.
Wait, do I go through here?
A trick. How can she get up? It's him. Dark magic draws her closer. It's not. It's not him. It's a trick. She's
Can I get up this? No, I needed to go through the door, through that portal, and the other way, I think, opens up that tower. Let me go double check. That's what the whole "she can get up now, she can get up now" thing was about. He's watching you. Oh yeah, see, there we go. That's a big change. Question is, can I just hop down? I cannot. Yeah, so my guess for the stuttering is if I just lock the game at 60 FPS, there's no way to do it in the graphic settings, but if I just add, usually in Steam games you can add a flag, or there's usually a configuration somewhere you can modify. And I think if I just lock it to 60 for the streaming, it should be fine with the stutters. And if I just have to play at higher FPSs for non-streaming games, that's totally fine. Alright, here we go. We're the best. Door number 3. We get
We picture clear.
a mammoth tusk.
The shadows. Creature in the night. If only it were that simple. The worst kind comes without deep and primal signal from within. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
Kind of a cool pattern, the way it moves. I wonder how they're doing this. It looks like... this reminds me of the way that Zelda does its water, where it's just, or not even just Zelda, it's a very common technique, where it's like two, I don't know, called not bitmaps, but two textures basically moving in different directions at maybe slightly different speeds. That's what it kind of looks like, but it could also be something entirely different. But it's probably relatively simple to make this really cool effect. Can't do it. Can't go in there. It's alright. Let's go this way. See, I only have to do commentary for this game. This girl's head does it all for me. Ooh. I got one of the controls. I don't know how to do that. I want to do that again. Oh yeah. Yeah, alright. This game's got some combat depth. Oh, that's a fair move. I like that one more. Oh, 2 at a time, eh? Sorry, I'm ready for it too. Alright, we did it. We the best. Which way did I come in? Did I walk into here? Or did I go under here?
There he is. Go, dear.
It's only a few seconds ago and I don't remember. No, this is the way I came. I was like, yeah, I can go the other way. He's like, you can't go that way. And I was like, alright. I'll go this way then. And then I came this way. Alright, this looks like a thing I can look at. Things I look at are good.
The Northmen say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was born from his corpse. The Northmen say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from his corpse. They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, and his brains for clouds. Wow. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
It was at the end. I'm not sure if that was the end or if I just went too far away and it faded away. I'm going to listen to one staying close to it next time to see if it fades away in the same way. Because twice now that's happened. It's just lore built
Do you
in
know
though.
what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, and head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything.
It's like a game of I Spy.
Turning home into
What
a
changed?
foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
Sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink, and at last he saw the runes below him. He gave a cry and gathered them in his mind and learnt them. Then he fell from the tree.
Okay, it doesn't fade out if you stay close by. So I may have ended the other earlier ones slightly early. I was also surprised I didn't really miss very many. Yeah, pretty much have seen all of them, except for that one earlier one. Which kind of tells me that, yeah, I don't need to worry too much about scouring every single area of the game. The lore sequences will be kind of on the main path at a minimum. Alright, what's different? We'll walk through it just because we can. Alright, here we go. Let's go up and it'll tell us what we need to do. It's going to say align the crows, probably.
The song. Valravan song.
Alright, that's where I need to get to.
It's over here. It's over here. Is that? It's like that. No, it's here. There's 2. There's so focus. So it's not
God, I really like the effects on this game, or in this game.
which forest?
Hmm.
She went to the wilds alone.
Oh, that's
She
new.
wanted to
There we go. Figured it out. It's a game of I Spy.
Did she beat the darkness?
No. It nearly killed her, but she tried.
Druth helped her.
If it wasn't for Druth, she'd be dead.
Thanks,
She
Truth.
can't beat her own darkness. She wanted to marry Dillian. She can't beat her own darkness.
Imagine doing commentary like this just for every game you play.
She thought her
Just
curse
making up a lore for all your characters non-stop. That'd be fun practice.
She thought she'd bring the darkness to him too.
Probably super annoying.
She nearly died.
She thought the curse made her tainted.
At least until the skill is good. It's like the colors here. Like, look how dark it is on that side and so bright on the other side. Like, yeah, we're looking through the game like a lens. We're watching everything. We have a dirty lens and everything. We see these like reflections, similar to how when you have really bright lights on in a camera. There's a name for it, but I'm terrible at that. Oh yeah, it's really good. What it makes it so we are not this character. We are this thing that talks to her. We are her inside of her mind. Alright, let's play a game of I Spy. What is different?
The Ravens.
They've gone.
No, half of them have gone.
They've gone.
Some still.
But where?
Oh, Ravens.
He's not helping. It's true.
Quiet. I can't think. Out in the wilds. In cold winter woods.
Where?
She no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness.
They went through there.
She remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on and kill that which had become a part of her.
Oh. Alright, we did it.
Broke. The gate is open.
It's interesting how
There is no such thing as
I like the way these puzzles are progressing. Where it started off super simple, you couldn't do it wrong. And now it introduced, this is the first one where it introduced multiple or too many
hiding stars.
things. So I'm sure we could have arranged
She's at her weak.
similar shapes earlier,
Strike to
but there would have been too many and it wouldn't have worked. And then we removed some.
find Dillian.
So later on we're going to see puzzles in bigger rooms probably with many options, and we need to find the right combination, the right viewpoint to do that. In combination with a lot of other stuff as well. But we can, yeah. This game is heavily hinting us, as the game should, to, well, it's not hinting at, it's teaching us the skills we need. Alright. The thing that still impresses me the most, though, is the zero HUD. This game is just, and zero tutorials of this is what you do. Even though the attacking and learning skills, but
Overcome Valravan's final illusion to face him his keep. I hope you can do it, Senua. You have the sight.
We both saw darkness. We can fight it together.
yeah, even the combat, I'm learning like different moves. Now I know how to like do a thrust attack. Alright, what's different? I don't see any difference. There? Aha, okay, there's a tree that goes across there, like it's added. Which tells me I need to...
Speak to me, Druth.
go back down and walk along the other way
Listen.
so I can get back to that tree.
The Northman captured Finland's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release.
Here we go.
They took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father
I
burned
can't
to
get
death,
there.
and his brother was killed. He escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. When he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan burnt away that day. But from the flames, the new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth, the man that I am now.
Oh snap.
And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen her home before this day close.
Alright, so that's probably where I need to go. Just a quick spot check. I'm always expecting there to be like a treasure chest eventually. This is the one time I don't look will be the one time. The one time that I needed to. Wait, haven't I been up here already? Where do I need to go? Oh, I need to go up this other tree. Maybe? Nope. Maybe along that. That won't get us there either. Alright, it's the first Rio puzzle, let's call it. Alright, where are my pieces? I got 2 pieces over there. I've got this piece here. And I'm in the different timeline, but this stays down. And I can go to new places. Alright, we Tomb Raider now. Tony Hawk. Oh, we made it. Now we just gotta. There it is.
Rook, the gate is always open.
It's darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me.
Oh no.
I'm still here. Are you too?
will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours. Focus. Focus! Focus!
I see you. You led me to the wilds. You trapped me there.
You. Alright, that's parry. Parry.
Where's he going?
Parry. What the parry? Parry. Stab. Parry. These little ads. Ads can't stop me. That's the most damage I've took so far. Oof. Alright, enemies trying to defend now.
You're close. They're surrounded.
Oof. Gotta time my parries better. Oh, wrong button.
Hurt, there's blood.
Oh no. Oh no.
Quickly get up. Watch out. She can still do it.
Oh, wrong button. Alright. Nice. I wish I had some sort of indication of how... I keep forgetting what the run button is. Oof. I think I need to do more damage. Ooh, that's a new attack.
It's not
not over yet. She's
Oh, come on. Oh, super strong attack. First time I've seen that.
You can do this. Go again.
Oof, how many of them are there?
They're winning.
Oh no. Get up, get up, get up.
She's hurt. She won't make it.
I'll make it. Chill.
Finish this. End it now. It's not over. It's not over.
Oh, I can change my target. Okay, I'll figure this out. Come on, just die already. Oh, I see this guy. How much more can this boss take? Is this focusing? I'm not sure what this mode does. I clicked it by mistake earlier.
The mirror focus is building. I never beat you in the wilds, did I?
Did I beat him?
It was an illusion. But not this time.
Yeah, that was pretty hectic for the first boss fight, I gotta say. But we did it, so good for us. Go us. And we learned a lot during that fight, actually.
Mark of Valravn, one of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it?
Unfair.
In those dark winter nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered letting go. If it weren't for truth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories in Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Didion's soul.
Nice, okay. That was a really great first boss fight. Harder than I thought it would be, to be honest. I was expecting this game to be like a 3 out of 10 on the difficulty scale. That fight was, I mean, I didn't die, so I don't know how close I was to dying, but it felt like I was close to dying. But that may just be the psychology of the game and the way it works. Okay, so I'm going to try and remember which way I was going, which I think was this way. I'm going to end the stream here, and Yeah. Oh, there's controls on the right hand side. I didn't see those yet. Block, evade. Evade. Okay, I haven't used evade yet. Heavy strike. I haven't used that either. Or melee attack. Okay, so there's a lot of combat for me to explore. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. That's like a good ending point for it. I'm gonna figure out what the issue is with the frame rate dropping, and hopefully that'll be fixed for next time. But yeah, so far it's a really fun game. Yeah, so far it's really great. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, so catch you next time. I think the next time streaming is Sunday evening, and we'll continue this game then. Alright, have a good one.